one team is desperate to avenge and change the worst season in the franchise history after trading away a legend. The other is marching under a brand new captain and captain that tried to take them to a particular position but could not. But this time they are coming back again with a lot of willpower, a great team. So here we are talking about Ravindra Jadeja going away and Sanju Samson coming in to CSK, and we are talking about a very good Delhi Capitals team that is again coming back for the title, because they have been always a gun team, but they couldn't ever get to that stage where they can get the trophy. And this time things can be different. So today we are doing a deep dive team analysis into CSK and DC to see who is truly built for this year's season, because Chennai as a team, as a franchise, is asking a very fascinating question. Can you reinvent the identity of CSK without losing what made CSK CSK, right? But on the other hand, Delhi are asking a different question, and they're asking, can a team that has often looked promising on paper finally build a structure that actually survives a full season? And they have been asking this question over and over again, and this time it will be interesting that if they can find answers to that. As always, my name is Chinmay, and along with Sanlap, I welcome you to Define, where we go beyond the scorecard and decode the deeper structures, strategies, narratives, tensions that shape the game. And Sanlap, let's look at these two teams. One is a proven commodity; the other is full of with full potential. They always come with a lot of promise, but each time. I will not say they disappoint, but they never. So they start with a lot of promises, very good performances. Some way, they somehow lose the plot in the middle, and it happens each time with Delhi Capitals. And today we will actually look at their squad and CSK squad to understand whether things will be different this time for Delhi, and we will also look at CSK, whether they can get their mojo back and have a brilliant CSK type season this time. So let's start with CSK and let's look at their squad, and I will read out their squad, and then we will try to figure out their first 11. So let's start with CSK. So they obviously have MS Dhoni, and I think they will continue to have MS Dhoni for the next, we don't know how many years. Then Noor Ahmed, then Ramkrishna Ghosh is there, which is an interesting choice. Brevis is there, Sanju Samson is there, obviously, and we are very excited to see Sanju Samson and their captain Rituraj opening pair, and then Jamie Overton is there. Nathan Ellis, I think, is not there. So I think
Spencer
he's
Johnson.
injured, and Spencer Johnson is the replacement. Ayush Matre, the future star, is there in the team. Then Shivam Dubey, Mukesh, Khalil Ahmed, Urbil Patel, Anshul, Shreyas Gopal, Akil Hussain, Prashant Veer, Matthew Short, Kartik Sharma, Aman Khan, Sarfaraz Khan, Matt Henry, Rahul Chahar, Zach Fox, and then I think Gurjapneet Singh is another promising young bowler. So he's also there in the team. So let's first start with their overseas players. So obviously we're trying to predict their first 11. And let's start with the 4 overseas players. So I think Noor Ahmed will be there as a spin
Noor will be there.
option.
Brevis will
Brevis
be
will be
there.
there.
Now we do not have Nathan Ellis, so they will have to play Matt Henry.
Matt
So
Henry.
Matt Henry becomes an automatic choice. And the other overseas player that I can see in this entire setup is probably, I think they might be going with three overseas. Okay, let's figure out the team first, whether we can see
Mm,
that they will be requiring any other overseas or not.
mm,
So
mm.
definitely Ayush and Sanju will be in the opening. Rituraj will be coming in the three, or maybe Rituraj and Sanju in the opening. Ayush will be
Yeah.
coming at three. That
So
one.
somebody asked Rituraj that can you at least tell us who are will be in the opening pair. So
Hmm.
he said 100% me and Samson.
Okay,
So I think they both of
they will.
then Ayush
Then
Matre
Ayush
will come at
Master
three.
will come at Matre. Because in the under 19 World Cup also we saw that Ayush Matre in the later
Mm,
phase he was coming at number three.
mm,
So
mm,
Ayush Matre at number three, number four
mm.
definitely Dewald Brevis, number five
Yes.
Shivam Dube, or maybe Dube at four and five Brevis at five. That also they can do.
Yeah.
Number six, they will be shifting between Kartik Sharma and Sarfaraz. So
Mm,
Kartik Sharma will definitely get some priority because they have invested a lot of money on this youngster.
mm,
So otherwise, Sarfaraz is also a very good choice in given in the Chennai ground because of his ability to hit the sweep shots.
mm,
Definitely, this is one combination that I would like to see that who they are giving preference. But my personal preferences will be there with Sarfaraz. I really want
mm,
Sarfaraz to be in the talking. He needs to get into the system as early as possible, and
yeah.
his Mushtaq Ali Trophy numbers are pretty good.
Yeah.
So number seven, I'm pretty sure that they will be going with Prashant Veer because much has been talked about his, this one lad because
Mm,
this guy is the like-to-like replacement of Ravindra Jadeja, and also
yeah.
he's a Akshar Patel kind of a spinner, more of
Mm,
like high arm bowling action with that special arm ball, which is
mm,
which is very much there. And also he's a good hitter. He's a way better batsman than what we have Ravindra Jadeja as of now. A better T20
yeah.
batter. MS Dhoni is the automatic number eight.
Mm,
Number nine,
mm,
of course, Noor Ahmed. Number 10, Matt Henry.
mm,
Number 11 for me is Gurjapneet Singh, and I
mm.
think Khalil will be in the impact player spot. Gurjapneet, so there is a tie between Gurjapneet and Anshul Kamboj. Let me just
Yeah.
give you why I am preferring Gurjapneet more than Anshul Kamboj in this.
Yeah, me too, me too. I think he
Uh,
should get the at least for initial few matches, they should start with Gujar.
because otherwise they will not have any death bowler
Yeah.
because death specialist bowler because Kamboj, Khalil, Matt Henry all will be
Mm,
initial phase bowlers. They will
mm,
otherwise like Khalil is a brilliant power play bowler. His last year's record is talking loud about his
mm.
initial over bowling. He's a very good
And
initial over
perhaps
bowler.
one over in the middle, one or even two overs if in a good day,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they can give them two overs
But
also.
Khalil is not a good death bowler. He has
Not
gone
not
for
at yeah, yeah.
runs.
Mm,
Though he has his Yorkers, but they are not always very on point.
mm,
Gurjapneet is their death bowler, so I think he
mm,
is the best death bowler that right now. And now they don't even have Nathan Ellis, so I
mm,
think they will have to depend a lot on Gurjapneet's death bowling. So this is
yeah.
pretty much the 11 that I can see, and
Mm,
it is looking really good. It is looking
mm,
a good side, young side, better in batting, better in terms of batting, and
mm,
with Sanju in the opening, I think a lot will be, a lot of eyes will be on the and I think CSK will have a new fan base now because of the
mm,
Sanju fans shifting to
mm,
CSK right now. So CSK
yeah.
will come with a new fan base this time.
So let's start with the big talking point, and you talked about Sanju, but I will
Mm,
add another player to this equation. That's the captain Ruturaj Gaikwad. So
mm, mm,
CSK missed Ruturaj Gaikwad last year because of the fractured elbow, I think, or the
mm,
injury that he had. So I think 5 games in, he got out. And now as Ruturaj is back and Samson is there, this opening pair, even if say Matre comes for opening and say Ruturaj comes at three, that's also. So let's talk about these three top three. Ayush Matre, Rituraj, and Samson. I think it will be a great advantage and plus for CSK in terms of obviously brand value. That will be there because somehow they are finding an alternative for Dhoni in terms of the brand value. And
Hmm.
Samson is the answer. They were searching for a good opener, so Sanju Samson is the answer. They were looking for a senior, matured player in the leadership core. Sanju Samson is the answer. So
Hmm.
now they have this top three and solid leadership core. Again, a CSK style maturity and stability. So let's talk about that. Again, the Sanju Samson factor and Rituraj is back and that this top three, the top three and we will also talk about how Sanju Samson, the inclusion of Samson can actually change the campaign for CSK.
Yeah, so definitely I'm pretty sure that Sanju's addition will be extremely interesting to see because now we understand that Chennai's ground that also is going to suit Sanju Samson because Sanju is a
Hmm.
good player of spin. Even if the pitch is behaving a little bit to a double paced, then also we have seen that Sanju can, pull right now the form that he is in, he will carry forward that form most probably, and he can be a real beast in that opening combination. So whether Ayush will be at number three and whether if Ayush doesn't is not being able to perform well, they have Urvil Patel to replace him.
Yeah,
So
a
that's a good
very good replacement. Yeah.
very good replacement. So
So,
I think there they will not be having any problem. For me, if
mm,
they are going with Rituraj and Sanju's opening, I think they can maximize both of them. I think that's the
mm,
best strategy that they can take. They will be a
mm,
very deadly opening combination, both Rituraj and
mm,
Sanju Samson. They're like I can right now what I can feel is they can have a race off in the orange cap category. So
yeah.
both Ruturaj has already won orange cap in one season for CSK.
Mm,
So definitely he will fancy his chances because he wants to he badly wants to get into the system and he is he is having a lot of hunger to perform and that
mm,
competition or maybe that collaboration will be extremely interesting to see what kind of scenario these two can create, especially Ruturaj
mm,
and Sanju. Sanju will be very interesting this time because I have a feeling that we might see Sanju as the keeper also in some matches because
mm,
now I think we are in that phase where we will have to think beyond Dhoni in the
mm,
CSK dugout and
mm,
I think Sanju will be there will be scenes where Sanju will be taking the gloves and he will be guiding the
mm,
bowlers out of. Definitely, Dhoni will be there, but
mm,
his role will be much higher as in terms of guide. And
mm,
in some matches, we might, again, I'm saying we might
mm,
see, Dhoni out of the 11, and in that
mm,
number 8 spot, they might be bringing in one specialist all rounder.
mm,
And in one specialist all rounder, I am the name that is right now crossing my mind that is Ramakrishna Ghosh. Nobody
gosh.
is talking about this guy. He is a good all rounder, and he can give you both the options in batting and bowling. He can be placed. He's also a floater kind of a batsman. You can place him anywhere. So and a good hitter of the ball. And since they have retained this youngster, I'm having a feeling that there is a possibility that Ramakrishna Ghosh will be, taking into taken into consideration.
Mm,
And there will be these scenes. I think we should be prepared about the scenes where Sanju will be taking the baton from Dhoni. Because one
mm,
good thing which is happening with Sanju right now is his batting form is prime. Now his
mm,
batting form is prime. He's an opening batter. He
mm,
will be taking the baton from MS Dhoni, and his leadership skills will also be tested in some phases, and
mm,
where we can see the so what Dhoni generally does is Dhoni generally trains the future generation before releasing his baton as captain to another person. Previously, he did with
mm.
Jadeja. It did not work out. Then he did tried the same thing with Ruturaj, and finally, we might see that Chennai Super Kings might be in that phase where they will be seeing Sanju in the leadership.
But let's talk about the trade that happened. Sanju Samson came in, but Ravindra Jadeja and Sam Curran went
Hmm,
out of the team.
hmm,
Whether that will be a big hole in CSK's lineup, or uh, the way the squad and first 11 is now is there, is Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja going out is actually a blessing in disguise for CSK. Let's talk about the trade and what it means for CSK, and whether now they have a more clear cut team with a lot of clarity, and because here we are talking about a player like Ravindra Jadeja, who is not just a IPL legend, he is a legend. Period. Right.
hmm,
So
hmm.
so when we are talking about him going out, and another very good all rounder, although he is not there in this year's IPL anymore, so that's beside the point. But I'm just talking about the trade.
Long-term effect.
Long-term effect, Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja going out and Samson coming in is a big plus. And we talked about Sanju Samson and inform Sanju Samson, the World Cup hero Sanju Samson, and a potential leader Sanju Samson. That's fine. Obviously, brand value and everything we discussed. But let's talk about this trade and what it means for CSK in terms of their team composition, and their obviously what it means for their future as a team, as a franchise.
Yeah. So first and foremost, Jadeja and Sam Curran. So what they were actually looking for, they were looking for one, specialist opener. So Ayush
Mm,
Matre is talented, like period.
mm,
Look, nobody is questioning his talent. But the thing is, Ayush Matre is not an experienced opener. They needed an
mm,
experienced opener because Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra, they were not clicking. It absolutely was a failure in the last season also.
mm,
So they had to think about some Indian openers who can give them that impetus. Now that they have got in Sanju, and
mm,
blissfully Sanju's form is right now perhaps the best in his life. So
mm,
and Sanju is a batsman who always has been a very he's of that league of KL Rahul.
mm,
He gets a season where he will at least score 400 to 500 runs. So
mm,
that is always ensured when you are having Sanju in your team.
mm,
Now, if I'm talking about Jadeja and Sam Curran, Jadeja last season he showed that he was never a very wicket-taking bowler, but the kind of
mm,
economical bowler that he always was, that also
mm,
was not being visible in the last season. He was going for runs also,
mm,
and that is number one. His batting has suffered a lot in this format. So right now, Jadeja is a massively brilliant batter in red ball cricket. I think you cannot think beyond Jadeja in tests, but in white
mm,
ball cricket, his stakes have gone down. So
mm,
he gets stuck somewhere in when he has to face quality bowling in this format of the game.
mm,
So
mm,
Jadeja was, and also age is not by his side. So he will have
mm,
to think beyond Jadeja after some point. And
mm,
if I'm talking about Sam Curran is another one. Okay, Sam Curran's, I think Sam Curran would be a loss, and especially the kind of form that he was having just before the World Cup started. In the World Cup also, he has given some really good overs in the death and everything. So what actually that this exclusion of Sam Curran has done in the entire batting lineup right now, they are a little bit short of bowling all-rounders, and then now the bowling is looking a little bit thin. So for me,
mm,
entire trade right now is I would say that it can be dangerous if at some point CSK falls they fall short of bowling options, because I am
mm,
finding that that
mm,
probability very high because let me tell
mm,
you, Dhoni is definitely not going to bowl, and 9, 10,
mm,
11, and the impact player, if I'm considering four bowling options
mm,
there and Prashant Veer, and in the
mm,
sixth bowling option, they will have to take Shivam Dube now.
mm.
So otherwise, they are not having any bowler. Where like before they were having Sam Curran.
Yeah.
Now they will have to depend on some Shivam Dube. Shivam Dube was, getting replaced with that impact substitution when they used to come in fielding.
Mm,
So now Shivam
mm.
Dube will have to stay in the field. Maybe they will be replacing with Ayush Matre in that case because Ayush
Yeah.
Matre is a or maybe Sarfaraz if he plays. So that's the kind of a scenario that right now CSK is in. There will be scenarios where there will be short of bowling options, but
Mm.
other than that, because we haven't tested Prashant Veer also.
Yeah.
But again, if you look at Prashant Veer, young talents like Prashant Veer or maybe Ramakrishna Ghosh who have
Mm,
the ability to bowl, or maybe Gurjapneet. Gurjapneet is already trained by
mm,
MS Dhoni. He
mm,
has got those back of the hand slowers, Yorkers
mm,
up his. He's much like almost an Arshdeep kind of a bowler.
mm,
What I can see here is with CSK, the level of guidance that Prashant Veer will get with Dhoni behind the stumps, I think that will be massive for his career. So
mm,
if he can accumulate the guidance, the kind of game awareness
mm,
that Dhoni provides behind the stumps, I think
mm.
Prashant Veer will be he will evolve as a bowler.
Let me add another layer to this. So CSK let one of their products go, that is Matisha Patirana,
Mm,
and then they somehow had this plan of having Ellis as a replacement in a sense. Obviously, I agree with their strategy in that sense that Ellis as a bowler can replace Patirana in a sense
mm,
that he is a very impactful bowler with all the
mm, mm,
variations
mm,
and everything.
mm,
But the problem is Ellis is also not there, and
mm,
now he has been replaced by Spencer Johnson for 6. So now that's a very important point, and you also already talked about the problems that they have in their bowling lineup and the kind of strengths they have in their bowling. Let's discuss this particular point also, that Patirana going out. They tried to have Ellis as their bankable option, and then now he has been replaced by Spencer Johnson. Now their bowling is not looking that good, as you already mentioned. But let's focus on this death bowling kind of a situation, and
mm,
who will take that role of
mm.
death bowling, and whether that option is good and will serve well for CSK this.
Yeah, I was mentioning that for the death bowling, they will have to, depend on Gurjapneet and Matt Henry. So Matt Henry is
Hmm.
again, he's more of a initial over bowler but still he can bowl in death. So what they can do is they can manage the overs like so Khalil will definitely play. So Khalil and
Hmm.
Henry they can manage some initial overs, and maybe the middle overs will be managed mostly by Prashant and Noor, and the death overs will be mostly managed by Gurjapneet and Matt Henry.
Hmm.
They will have to depend on Gurjapneet, and that's the reason because Ellis is not there. They will have to take Matt
Hmm.
Henry now, and that's the reason why you cannot play Anshul Kamboj right now. Anshul Kamboj is a very
Hmm.
good proper initial over bowler. If you are losing out Nathan Ellis, then you cannot have Anshul Kamboj because Khalil Kamboj
Hmm.
and Matt Henry, that will be too many options in the initial overs. Who will bowl the death overs then?
Hmm.
So they will have to play Gurjapneet in that case.
Let's also discuss a bit about this shift from dad's army to younger
Absolutely young
looking
player.
side, and look at young players like Kartik Sharma, then Prashant Veer, Ayush Matre, and I think Brevis. Okay,
Hmm,
so you
hmm,
now have four players. I think all of them are under 22, and they could feature in their say top 7 in any of the games. So if not in the first few games, but later we can have all four or at least three of them in the top 7. So
hmm,
that's a dramatic shift for this franchise. And let's talk about this shift, whether they are focusing on this year's IPL or they are building a team for future. So that's let's discuss that, and then we will move to Delhi's squad and their team.
Yeah, definitely they're building a squad for future. So now the
Mm,
fact that even Dhoni is also in in thoughts of having a permanent retirement, because
mm,
someday or the other he will have to play his last season. So he's preparing the team, but you can very well see that. And I think the major factor and the major shift that they have done
mm,
is taking Sanju with their side, with where Sanju and Ruturaj are becoming now the senior players in the CSK side. Now,
mm,
if I'm talking about the youngsters, as you were mentioning, Matre, Karthik, Travis, Prashant Ved, so all the four players that we can think about, all they are having proper skill sets. They're coming with proper skill sets. Like Karthik Sharma
mm,
is a proper, hitter. He has
mm,
like high hitting abilities.
mm,
Prashant Veer very much like to like replacement of, and maybe he can be the next option after this series of left arm spinners, left arm spinning all rounders that we have right now. In the likes of Jadeja, Dinakshar. Also, we have options like Krunal Pandya, Shahbaz Ahmed. So all they are falling under the same category. He's the new generation left arm spinning all rounder. So Prashant Veer, if I'm talking about Brevis is such a great talent to watch, and the kind of
mm,
hitting abilities that he has against spin, that will be
mm,
extremely interesting to watch. And already he has shown glimpses of his talent as in the CSK dugout also. So
mm,
raw talent right now that CSK
mm,
is, which Mumbai Indians did in one phase, and
mm,
if and a lot of investments have been done. So the kind of money they
mm,
have spent in Kartik Sharma and Prashant Veer, that speaks volumes. So, and I'm pretty sure that they will also keep Sarfaraz in their mind, because Sarfaraz, there is a high possibility that Sarfaraz might have a evolution in the CSK dugout, because
yeah.
Dhoni is known to, create new heroes from
Mm,
the forgotten ones. So he has done
mm,
that with Ajinkya Rahane. He has done that
mm.
with Robin
Shivam Dubey.
Uthappa. He has done
Shivam
that
Dubey also.
exactly. Shivam Dubey. Shivam Dubey
Mm,
is one
mm,
of the biggest examples. So
mm,
he has done
mm.
that. So I think Sarfaraz Khan will be another thing to see with that what Dhoni does with it.
All right, so let's now move to Delhi's squad and their first 11. So let me read out their Vifraj Nikam,
Interesting.
Madhav Tiwari, Natarajan, Nitish Rana, Mukesh Kumar, Samir
Mm,
Lisby, Miller.
mm,
Duckett is not there anymore, so Duckett
mm, mm.
the squad for obviously preparing
County,
for Test cricket and
county. Yeah.
county cricket. Akib Dar is there.
Mm,
That it would be really interesting to see him playing in this year's IPL. Nisanka is there, and
yes.
Giddy is there. Prithvi Shaw. Prithvi Shaw is there.
Mm, mm,
Kyle Jamison is there.
mm.
Parak
Sahil
is
Parak.
there. So Sahil Parak is the last player
Mm,
in the
mm.
list. So let's talk about their first 11, and let's first start with the four overseas player that they will have.
Yeah, two things are possible. If Duckett
Hmm.
is no more in the consideration, so they might
Hmm.
be going with Nisanka and Rahul
Hmm.
combination,
Hmm.
or they might be going with Prithvi Shaw and Rahul
Yeah.
combination,
Hmm.
or they can stick with Abhishek Porel and KL Rahul combination. So
So
what they will,
I came to know about this Duckett situation, the first thing came to my mind, and that can be so my a bit liking towards Priti Shaw. The first thing came to my mind is they can now play Prithvi Shaw as one of their
Hmm,
openers. So
hmm.
Prithvi Shaw can now open with KL Rahul, and that will open up one overseas player spot for them, and
Right,
they can use somebody else in the team.
right.
But the option of going with Nishanka and Rahul is also really interesting and promising because
Hmm, hmm.
these two players are similar kinds of players, very classy,
Very
and
classy.
KL Rahul a bit more reliable.
Hmm.
than
Hmm.
Nishanka. But
Hmm.
Nishanka is a really great prospect. In his
Hmm.
day, he will win you
Right.
matches. So that option is also brilliant. But they can also go to their old way of opening with Porel and KL Rahul.
KL Rahul.
So all these options are great.
Hmm.
It would be interesting to see in which way Delhi would go. So yeah. So let's talk
Yes.
about the rest of the
The
team.
other, so the other overseas players that I can see here is Stubbs definitely will be in
Stubbs,
the
yeah.
Miller will definitely get a place,
Mm,
and Ngiti will definitely get. So these three South
yeah.
Africans, I think they are very much
Mm,
into the, because Stark also is another player that they are not going to get in the initial matches.
yeah.
So they will have to go with Ngiti now. So I think
Mm,
they have no other option. So let's figure
mm,
out their playing 11. So
mm,
Nisanka or Prithvi Shaw or Porel with KL Rahul in the opening.
yeah.
One down, hands down, Nitish Rana. They have got this
Yeah.
trade, and I think they are very much taking him into the consideration.
Right.
Number four, either there will be Samir Rizvi, or they might be
Mm,
playing Karun Nair also, based on
yeah.
whatever they are having thoughts right now. Or maybe they can
Mm,
go with Abhishek Porel in number four and playing,
mm,
Nisanka or Prithvi Shaw in the opening with KL Rahul.
mm,
And number five, of course, I'm having number five and six. I think Stubbs and David Miller, these two, they are very much into the
yeah.
system. Number seven,
Mm,
Asutosh Sharma.
mm,
Eight, Vipraj Nigam. I think these two names are also very much,
mm,
very much in. And
mm,
9, 10, 11, and the impact, I think Kuldeep will be there. Akshay Patel at
mm,
four. Five, six, and seven, I think will be more like Stubbs, Miller, and Asutosh.
mm,
Number eight, pretty much Vipraj Nigam. Number nine,
mm,
Kuldeep. 10, I think they will be having Akib Dar. They will be playing him. They have taken him, so they
yeah.
will be definitely testing him.
Mm,
11, I think they will be playing with either Natarajan or Mukesh Kumar, and I think
mm,
the impact substitute will be NDD.
mm,
So, yeah, that's how the. So, Mukesh Kumar and T. Natarajan, I think both of them will be in their thinking list,
mm,
because they need an opening bowler. Giddy is more of a middle over bowler, not an opening bowler. So I think they might be
mm,
going with Mukesh. So
mm,
Akib and Mukesh might be their opening bowlers,
mm,
with Ngidi coming in the middle. Also, if Ngidi is there, they have a good death bowler in Ngidi also. And I think
mm,
Mukesh and Ngidi, they can manage the death bowling also. So I think
mm,
that pretty much sets their bowling. And don't forget that they have three spinning options in Akshar, Kuldeep, and Vipraj.
mm,
So they have plenty of options are open now. So six proper bowlers, and I think
mm,
they are pretty much
mm,
looking
mm.
balanced as of now.
So let's start with the opening pair, and why I'm again bringing back opening pair is because last year their opening partnership averaged only
Yes,
21.78,
yes, yes, yes,
and
yes.
that's lowest among almost, I think the lowest among all teams. And their run rate also was not that good, and
Mm,
it was second worst
mm.
after CSK. CSK also had a bad opening
They had
run.
they mostly faced problems in playing Jake Fraser McGurk. He was
Right.
absolutely a big failure because he was
Hmm.
falling cheaply in every match. So yeah, that was one problem that
Hmm.
they had encountered. But still, they
Hmm.
managed to win in almost all the matches. In the pre-operation Sindhu phase. Now,
Hmm.
in that break, something happened, and the post-operation Sindhu, we saw a
Yeah.
different different form of Delhi Capitals. I think their performance
Hmm.
dipped big time. Yeah.
Hmm. But one positive is KL Rahul, right? So KL
Yes.
Rahul
Yes. Yes.
scored 539 runs
539.
for Delhi in 25, at an average of 53.9, at a strike rate of 149.72. So
Almost
that's a
150. Yeah.
great, these are great numbers.
These are good numbers.
So KL Rahul is one answer to the problem, but
Mm.
Delhi is still finding the other answer to their opening pair question, and we hope this time they will find an answer to that. That's why I think they might not start with Abhishek Porel. They might
Mm. Mm.
try out Prithvi Shaw this time, just to,
Mm.
because Prithvi Shaw as a player. I'm not again going into the talent and skills and the technique and everything that he has. But one thing is for sure, he will give you good starts, even if it's a say 10 ball 25 or something like that. But he will
Yes,
give you good starts, and that's, I think that's enough in a T20 match.
absolutely.
That's enough, and they can try out Prithvi Shaw as because that way they can actually, as we mentioned, they can save one opening, one overseas slot. That's a
Definitely.
huge thing. Then they can use that slot for bowling or middle order batters and all those stuff.
Yeah. So when Stark will come, so if they are not playing Nisanka, they can play both Stark and Ngidi. So
Hmm.
that's one thing that they can do. One
Hmm.
thing which is actually coming in my mind, that why Delhi prefers playing Abhishek Porel so much. Abhishek Porel has been a product of Delhi. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they have invested a lot on Abhishek Porel. So they have
Uh,
they repeatedly have kept on playing him in the, and they have given him good power play slots. And
yeah.
both Ricky Ponting previously and Saurav Ganguly, they have very high, so they really rate this Abhishek guy
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot. So that's one thing which is coming in my mind, that they might be going with KL Rahul and Abhishek Pural. But frankly
Hmm.
speaking, I would like to see Prithvi Shaw and KL Rahul, because
Hmm.
Prithvi Shaw has got a lot to prove, and he is right
Hmm.
now in that hungry zone. And
Yeah.
maybe those impactful innings that you were mentioning, that those 10 ball
Hmm.
25 or maybe 20 ball 50, in a blink of an eye, he just takes the score in the power
Hmm.
play. Maybe he can take it beyond 70 or something like that. He's that kind of a
Hmm.
player. So
Hmm.
he can play those blistering opening knocks. Yeah. So that's why preferably I think we
So
can go to Prithvi Shaw.
Porel is Delhi's Raghuvanshi, and
Yes, yes,
we have to
yes.
we have to see whether Delhi go with their prodigy, or they go for a proven product that they
Exactly,
have now
exactly.
in Prithvi Shaw. Now let's discuss a bit more about their batting, and say Rahul and Prithvi, or Rahul and Nishanka start the innings, and then Abhishek Porel can also be in the top three, say. But let's talk about others. Nitish Rana, Karun Nair, David Miller, Stubbs. So they have lot of options. Ashutosh Sharma is a gun batter. So
Mm,
I have seen many batters who can surprise you. For the example, Tiwatia is one player who can surprise you, who can finish matches that you think, how can a batter finish such matches? Ashutosh Sharma is such kind of a batter. He can do anything. I
mm,
think you will not consider him, say, as a top batter, but he's a utility kind. He has that utility kind of a role where he can play some shots, and he has that finishing kind of demeanor, and that kind of temperament, and he's really calm, and he can finish, and he can win you matches. And we have seen that. I was watching one video last time when, after winning the match, Peterson was really surprised. How could somebody win a match from that position? So Delhi has a lot of, I think, lot of material in their batting, and if they if they click together, that would be a great thing for them, and then they can upset a lot of teams. That's what on paper. That's what I think, and based on their prior performances.
yeah, the middle order is looking really good, because Nitish
Hmm.
Rana, Akshar Patel, Stobbs, and Miller, all four of them, and genuine players of spin.
Hmm.
They can handle spin like anything. So
Hmm.
even if they are not playing both Stubbs and Miller, they
mm,
have the option of coming to Samir Rizvi. So he's also a very good prospect. And
mm,
coming to Ashutosh, Ashutosh is one such batsman who, like, all of a sudden, he surprised everyone with his performances for Punjab, and
mm,
then Punjab didn't retain, and Delhi picked him in the last auction.
mm.
One thing that I have observed about Ashutosh is Ashutosh struggles a little bit when the pace comes up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that one thing has been used by the
Mm,
bowlers a big time. So
mm,
even against spinners, he struggles a little bit. But when the pace
mm.
comes up, when you are troubling him with slowers and cutters, there he becomes
Yeah.
a little bit a problem. So I think here it is a place for Delhi that they have got Ingidi in the nets. So
Mm,
Ingidi can prepare him. So I think that one thing will be, that one thing should be there in the DC management's mind, especially Saurav Ganguly, when you are having
mm,
a mentor like Saurav Ganguly, he can maneuver the talent in that way. So I
mm.
think that one point Ashutosh needs to really work on. And once that thing is done, Ashutosh can be a beast talent. That is, and like, even if I am considering Ashutosh as the finisher, think about Vipraj. Vipraj
Yeah, yeah.
Nigam is a brilliant talent, brilliant.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
the way he was playing the finisher role in the last season at number 8, I think one of
mm.
the best number 8 batsmen that you can have. And with the
Yes.
ball also, he can be really lethal. He has all the
Mm,
variations. And yeah, so Vipraj is another. So they have the
mm,
middle order and finishing. Only thing that might be a little bit troubling them is how they are going to place their openers. What is the opening
mm,
combination that they will be
mm,
playing, and also their in bowling. So how they are going to
mm,
plan their bowling in absence of Mitchell Stark,
mm,
because Akib Navi is also a young talent. He is
mm,
not yet tested.
mm.
In the middle overs, they will definitely do good. But another problem they might be facing in terms of bowling, that Kuldeep has a tendency of, his performance, gets a backseat in long tournaments. So as the
Yeah, yeah.
tournament becomes longer, this is one observation that I
Mm,
have had for Kuldeep, that his performance tips. It is
mm.
it, like, in the initial phase, it will be a, something he will keep on doing wonders with the ball. But as the tournament goes long, Kuldeep also has the tendency of, being a little bit.
He somehow appears a bit less invested when he is like
Yes, yes, yes.
a bit withdrawn in a sense that
Exactly,
I
exactly,
don't
exactly. Yeah.
want to take much effort now.
It seems that he's
It's
getting bored. He's
bored.
getting
It's
bored.
going
Yeah,
on for a
yeah,
long time. It's like he's watching a very boring 4 hours movie
yeah, yeah,
and he's getting bored.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a huge problem because he is
That's a
a
huge problem.
star
That's a huge problem.
bowler and Delhi needs him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we will come to their bowling. But another observation I have about Delhi's batting strategy is that their tendency to chop and change a lot. They
Mm,
should go with a stable lineup and trust that lineup, at least if not for this year's IPL. Try this formula this year to see how you are doing as an unit, and then make some changes next year, because they as they have lot of players, good players in their squad. They somehow try to use everyone. That why not bring in this particular player? Why not bring in him? Why not try out this particular batter? Why not try out this particular batter as a floater? So they also change their batting order. So that should not happen too much, because
pretty much so.
in T20 also experimentations and being flexible is needed, but there is a limit to which you can do that, and hopefully we will see a bit stable approach this time, because we saw that in SA also. Sort of
Mm.
tried to bring in that stability, that continuity, and we will hopefully we will see that. Yeah.
Right.
Somehow I think there Ganguly had the freedom, and I will not get into the politics of this too much. But somehow here, when he come and take the responsibility for DC, there he has to now deal with others, Badani and the team. So
Right.
that somehow creates a bit of so he gets a bit handcuffed in a sense,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and and
True, true,
and
true.
and then that's a issue. Okay, let's move to their bowling. And I think they have a good bowling lineup. Akshar and Kuldeep, you can't ask for more. This duo will actually do wonders for them, and they have been doing wonders
Mm.
for uh, Delhi. And so they both of them are middle overs wicket taking spinners. Kuldeep, Akshar can come in power play also and take one wicket also, and very good at restricting the batters, and that's a good thing. You talked about Bipraj. So Kuldeep, Akshar, and Bipraj, great spin bowling
Great try.
lineup, and they are also all these three. The line and length is really great for all these three bowlers.
Mm,
So
mm,
Akshar will obviously very consistent with line and length. Bipraj also, and Kuldeep will also obviously try out his variation, and he will try his things, but still he's good with his line and length. So that I don't see a problem there, except Kuldeep's form, and you talked about how he with time in a long tournament he has that tendency of, of getting bored and then look a bit less invested.
mm.
So let's look at other bowlers. They picked Ngidi, which is a great pick. I think that's the best pick. I think. How come other teams did not pick Ngidi? I don't know. There must be it must be about team combinations and everything. But Ngidi will be the bowler to watch out for
Yep.
in this year's
Sure.
IPL, and he will take loads of wickets. He can be the purple calf winner. He can be. It means with the kinds of pitches we have here, and the way he was performing in India. So they have good bowling lineup. You can't say they will not do well when Stark will join the team, if they can use Stark, KD, and then these three spinners. And I think there are. Is there any other bowling option in the team? Am I
Yeah, they have
missing
Mukesh,
anyone?
they have Natarajan.
Mukesh Natarajan. Yeah. So
Ngidi
they have
in
a great lineup. They have a great bowling lineup.
Akib is another bowler that who
Akib,
has
yeah.
got a lot of.
I missed Akib. Yeah.
My point is, Ngidi alone will not be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Ngidi was successful for South Africa because Janssen and
Yeah.
at the same time Ravada. So these two
Yes.
were also equally dangerous.
Hmm.
And that was making Ngidi's slowers and cutters even more lethal. Now,
And you need initial wickets
yes,
to
yes,
have more
to put
impactful
the
NGD,
pressure.
because to put the pressure on the middle order batters.
So that's why
Mm.
my points are that it will be requiring Akib and Mukesh first up because you are
Yeah.
not having Stark. So if Stark is not there, then what happens is that initial push that is required from a side that he will might be missing.
So
So
in place of Star, can they try out either of Chamira or Jamison, because Jamison gets that bounce, and Chamira is very good with outswing, and is a very good fast swing bowler. So can they try out, say, a bowler
say
like that to
more
get
than
initial wickets,
I
early
would
wickets?
then I would believe in Chamira because of the
Yeah.
recent form that Chamira has, and
Mm,
he can really hit the deck hard, and
mm,
he can also give you that pace.
mm,
Right now they are having Mukesh, but yeah, that is also one option because they already have one overseas spot to fill. So
mm,
they are having right now Miller, Stubbs, and NGD. So
mm.
either Chamira or Jamison can be brought in just in place of Mukesh or maybe Nabi to fill that place of Mitchell Stark. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's rate these two teams. So CSK and Delhi Capitals.
CSK is
How
8
would you?
out of 10 for me.
Okay.
And
And Delhi
Delhi
Capitals.
is also Delhi is also looking pretty balanced, so maybe 8 to 8.5 for me because Delhi is looking more experienced than CSK. That's why I have rated Delhi a little bit more. But
Hmm.
right now, what like these two teams are equally you know
Hmm.
good. So I'm like right now they are looking very balanced, but
Hmm.
CSK, whether they will be able to recover from the last season's debacle or not, that would be seen. Otherwise, Delhi
Hmm.
just needs to work on consistency. So they will, I'm pretty sure that they will have a good start this season also.
Hmm.
They have they have a good core Indian lineup also, and all the things are there, but they just need
Hmm.
to
So for CSK, it is. I think it is fine. I was also thinking 8, but Delhi Capitals, I want to give 9 because I want them to do well. So I was also thinking 8.5, but I want them because you think about this team in the even in the first season of IPL. So I was looking at their squad, and I could mean all of those players were superstars. Means not at that time, but later all of them became superstars. That means this particular franchisee always have had good squad, good team, but could not perform well. They could not lived up to
live
their
up to the
potential,
expectation.
and obviously expectations from their fans and expectations from all of us. I want them to do well this time
Mm,
as a
mm.
team, and they have all the ingredients to do that, and let's hope they will do good this time. All right. So, with that note, let's end this episode here. Both these teams have superstars, and we hope that both these teams will do well. We are seeing a big shift in CSK's philosophy, the way they're approaching their IPL campaign now, and we wish them luck with their from dad's army to now their young team. Really exciting prospects, and we hope they will come good. On the other hand, Delhi is a solid unit, and we just hope that they will live up to their potential this time. Yeah. So thank you for watching, thank you for staying with us till this point. And if you have not, if you're liking what we are presenting here, what we are, the kind of content we are having here, please consider subscribing to our channel. Please share our videos, our content to others, and keep watching our videos. We obviously are thankful to all our viewers. Our subscribers are growing, and all these are motivations for us to
Absolutely.
sit and record these videos each night, and we are really trying our best to come up with good content. Yeah, so thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one.
See you. Thank you.